So as I said earlier, people were very revolted at the time, and some dictatorship were falling in some countries in the world because there was a strong desire for democracy. And if you remember in the history, okay, of your book and everything, they talk about it, and you have all this change happening. So I told you, so I said that we want, my father talked to Archbishop Isidore de Souza at the time, who was a well-known figure when it comes to religious figure, but also political figure. How can I compare a little bit Monsignor de Souza, Archbishop de Souza? I can compare him a little bit, it's not really the same thing, but a little bit as a public figure into politics, a little bit, like Desmond Tutu, but a little bit kind of different in some way, because but he was also promoting peace and democracy in his country, Monsignor de Souza. So he talked with my father, they met at that summit, that conference of democracy organized by President of Senegal, Abou Diouf. And they decide, okay, since things are changing, they can come, but now the college, when you say college in French is high school, okay, the high school were a good high school, but the dormitory, everything was kind of public. So it wasn't good like at the time of Mathieu Kirikou and stuff. So they made it different. Look, they had to renovate and to make it private. And the dormitory was not ready to be open. But because of the request of my father, Archbishop de Souza made it possible to rush in a way, not rush like anyhow, but start the process of renovation as soon as possible to welcome us. So to clearly explain in a simple word, the dormitory, the boys' dormitory of the high school Père Aubier, opened because of us, my brothers and me. That was the reason why it was opening after years being closed. So when we arrived we first landed to the neighbor country, that was Togo, Lomé. We stayed there for like 1 or 2 days, I don't remember. Then because I was only 11 years old when all this happened. So I left my home, the pets that we had at home. It was a difficult time. I'm telling you, when I think about it again, my cousin, she came to stay for a few days before we left. It was really overwhelming. I didn't know where I was going, because usually when we were traveling, we pack our stuff, okay, we are going to this country, we go to France to go visit our uncles, our aunts, my cousins there. But that year, it was different. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know Benin, Republic of Benin. I didn't know. I saw people of Benin in my country, but I didn't know their culture. I didn't know a lot about them. So, as 11 years old girl, it was a lot to have to forget everything, my classmates, my complete world, my cousins at home, in my country, my world, okay, was falling apart in a way. So my mom, my father, we all went together with my two brothers and I. We flew, okay, we traveled to Lomé, the capital city of Togo, the country next to them. At the time, there was Eyadema, father, who Asimbe, you say, Yadima, who was also another one, but I'm not going to talk about it because there were many Togolese at the time who were studying in Benin. Yeah, they were coming, many of them, not studying, but even living in them because of the political situation again. It's still, yeah, I know, I will say that many countries in Africa, we have dictators, especially the French part, it was like, you know, and the central part of Africa, it's no comment, because you have to work with these people and you have no choice. You have to, the thing is, you have to be, yeah. So many of them were coming, well, studying there. I remember at the time when we started going, we were the only, at the dormitory, we were the only international, maybe us, maybe two others from Togo at the time, but little by little, we have some other international were coming to the dormitory, but also at the school, because there are students who didn't live in the dormitory, they were going to their home. I remember the third year there were now coming more of students from Congo DRC, yeah, because that was unstable too. People of Rwanda, yeah, students of Rwanda were coming too, because there was the war in Rwanda. Where else? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have the time. I remember all that. Anyway, so I entered we went by night. I remember by night or late afternoon, I don't remember, to see Archbishop de Souza, who welcomed us because he was a very, very busy person. Okay, he was very busy. And my father, after they met only at Senegal, Dakar, I think the Archbishop didn't know that I would be coming. I think it was a decision that my father made on the spot, like I will be leaving too, 11. I remember the family back home where I know she cannot leave. You know, my aunt, my uncle, the boys can go, but not the girl. But my father was like, formal, she will be going. My father, when he put his mind something, you can go up, you can go down. When he decides, it's decision. Yeah. So I was there. I remember I was so scared. I was a child, 11 years as a child. So it was my first year in high school. So my parents dropped us at the host family. And yeah, it wasn't an easy experience, honestly. You know, everything that you do in life is to adapt, and sometimes, most of the time, you forgive. You know, you forgive, you try to see stuff in a way, you know. So what happened is we entered the dormitory. Archbishop de Souza say, since she's a girl, she cannot sleep at the dormitory with the boys. She cannot. We can make all the program, the activity, the school, everything that she'll be going to school, each with her brother. I mean, we don't separate them. They still need to see each other be together. But when it came to going to sleep by night, then she have to go back to, she have to go to a place. So the place was where? The place was the principal of the high school. Okay? And I really want to thank Mr. Vigan. Mr. Barnabé Vigan was a very, 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 very good man. When I went there, I was still little. He took me like his daughter. And this man, he was our principal of my high school, but he has so much passion, so much love. I was staying there with his niece, because at the time his wife and his kids were still in France. So Mr. Vigan was like a father to me, a lot of love, patient. He had patience a lot. Yeah, and I will talk about more later again. I was surrounded by wonderful people at the dormitory. Yeah, I knew Monsignor de Souza. I mean, say Monsignor, but Archbishop de Souza was still making sure that we, the young Gabonese who were coming from far from Central Africa, we would be well surrounded. And I had the good people I've met who took care of me as a girl. I mean, I was surrounded by so much love. Even it was strict, okay? It's a Catholic school, you know, it's Catholic dormitory. It's Catholic and there were boys, so I had to follow the rules like the boys. I had to do stuff, I had to do everything. But my country was missing me so much. But I have wonderful people. Mr. Lansusi was the supervisor, and he was also a professor in the high school. I was supervisor in the dormitory, Mr. Lansusi. I really want to thank him so much. I wish I could go back there and see these people. Part of my life, very important part of my life. I think about Miss Pauline, the secretary at the time. She was secretary of the principal. She was a good woman. I had the lady, the accountant of the school, Mrs. How can I forget her name? Yeah, she took care of me too. We have the ladies who were cooking for us at the dormitory. We have all these people, and I was really surrounded by love because I was the only girl and I was so young and I came from outside, from far. So they understood that, you know. And I really want to thank all of them. And I remember when Pope Jean Paul II came to the city, the Archbishop wanted us to be a part of the preparation in a way that we would be helping the people who were renovating a part of the building somewhere at the place where Archbishop was, his office and all this. So the Pope Jean Paul will be sleeping at this place and such. You know, we were a part of it. We helped in a way that, you know, carrying stuff and for the renovation of this place for Jean Paul. I have wonderful, all the boys, most of them were like brothers to me. My own brothers, but also the boys at the dormitory. I mean, I knew them all, from the one who were older than me, younger like me. We were having the best time. I was sad because sometimes in the afternoon you think about your family. Sometimes you're sitting and you're like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? But then you remember you are here. I have the best time. It was difficult, but the desire to study, the desire to be the best at school was still there. And sometimes our parents were calling, you know, at the time, we didn't have cell phone. It was normal phone. And